how well is there freedom of expression in Nigeria?
Well, certainly there's press freedom. It's just the level of the press freedom that's the issue now. You still have media houses being raided in this country 24 years after Nigeria became, a democratic country. So in 2019, you had soldiers going to Daily Trust because there was a report which they said breached national security. And the soldiers remained there until there was a statement from the villa, and then the soldiers were withdrawn. Last year, to People's Gazette, you had government agents also there. They raided the place and arrested some journalists as well. Even the website of that online newspaper, the People's Gazette, it's been down for the last 2 years because they reported a story which the government found unfavorable. Also, is this issue of the Cyber Crime Prevention Act. That law is so nebulous and ambiguous that it's been used to abuse the rights of so many journalists. Just last month, 2 journalists from News Guru were detained for a week by the Nigeria police force because they wrote a story about a former bank chairman and involved with his mistress, or something like that. Now, ideally, these kind of stories, if you have any problem with them, you should, sue for libel or defamation. But because most stories that newspapers and media houses, in fact, even TV stations, once you reported a story, you put it on your website, you put it on social media. So once that has been done, it then becomes an online issue. And then you can arraign a journalist for cyber stalking, cyber bullying. There's so many journalists that are picked up on a weekly basis, which even go unreported. You have the likes of Agba Jalingo, who has become a regular now in prison, who is always in and out. You have, there's so many of them, and a lot of them go unreported, especially the ones at the state level. Those who are community journalists who report for community newspapers, you have so many of them like that. But because they are not working for big platforms, a lot of people don't know about their plight. If, for instance, I'm picked up, or maybe someone from one of the major newspapers or TV stations is arrested, within minutes you see it all over social media and all that. But there are so many of them who are working in small community newspapers that nobody even knows about their plight. So this is the problem. These are the challenges that we face. So yes, there's press freedom, but what level of press freedom exists? That is the question.